Hey guys, this is the Hydro. I'm going to show you guys how I do a Dragon 20 run. I just finished one, and this is the composition that I used to do it. It took ages, it felt like, to get through that 10 minutes. But this is an average run right now as I'm working on Skull Crusher. I'm going to restart this one and show you guys how I'm running Dragon 20 right now. I think the most important thing I have going on here is obviously my Bad Alcazar. He does most of the work. Now, I've had people tell me that Bad Alcazar is kind of a crutch, and it's true. I have leaned on him heavily since I pulled him at an early level. He was my first legendary off maybe my second Sacred Shard, maybe first. And I put a lot of work into him. I put all my good gear on him and just relied on him for everything. Now, you can be disparaging about the fact that I'm using him, or have a little jelly going on. It's cool. But you can use two heroes to do what he does. The cool thing about Bad L is he is both an offensive attacker with an AoE A1 that heals the team. He's got an A2 that both puts up two 15% continuous heals and two 5% poison debuffs, which is amazing. But it is not impossible to get two heroes that accomplish the same purpose to make these types of runs. I wanted to kind of showcase my Skull Crusher because working him into this composition instead of one of my blue heroes like Kale or Juliana makes the run feel a lot smoother. If I use one of those magic affinities, then they tend to die pretty early. So I figured I would try and add another red guy into my Dragon 20 team. Dragon 20 was my first priority because this is most of the loot that I need for both Clan Boss and Arena. And they help with dungeons too, but speed, lifesteal are important pieces of gear, so being able to run this consistently was important to me. Shiramani was a very lucky pull. As you saw in one of my previous videos, she is now 60, 6-star ascended, and relatively well geared. The idea with her was speed for me. Keep her fast, keep her freezing people. I don't have her booked yet, which will reduce the cooldown on her A2 once I get it there. I'm looking forward to that because more freezing is good. I like the crowd control. She works well with my speed composition. I use her in Arena. I haven't tried her in Clan Boss, but she's not amazing there. She does have a great oh shit heal that heals the whole team, but heals one person by 80%, and that's pretty amazing. She does maybe 2.5 million on Brutal Clan Boss, which is not bad. I mean, can't shake a stick at that, but the majority of my heroes do more damage or add more utility. Veteran is one of my Clan Boss heroes. He is not super well geared for dungeons, but he gets the job done. I've got him in lifesteal gear and defense, and he does a pretty good job. Skull Crusher is a recent up. I'm working on getting him to 60. He is 6-star currently. His gear is not set yet, but he's getting his job done too. The important thing for him obviously is that his A2 comes up as often as possible. In combination with Rupert, she's pretty good about occasionally getting that cooldown reduction from her A1 on him. I don't have his A2 booked yet. I've had no luck with all the books I've thrown at him, and as you can see, she was nice enough to reduce that A2 for me. So I've put a lot of thought into my compositions, my various teams, and everybody works well together. So I'm enjoying stomping my way through Dragon. These aren't the quickest runs in the world. That's going to be later when everybody's super well geared, and part of the slowness of these runs is that Skull Crusher doesn't have those tier 6 masteries yet. He will before much longer. It doesn't take long once you're funneling scrolls to only one person, so a couple thousand energy and he'll be set. And it's cool to see how this is going without him even properly set up yet. But Dragon 20 is no joke, guys. I mean, these guys have a ton of hit points. If you don't have a way to CC them or keep them from getting a turn, you are going to get destroyed. They hit extremely hard. I've had those annoying crossbowmen dudes hit me for like 50k before. So it's important to keep them controlled and get everybody, in on those attacks. And the biggest thing about it is your War Master and Giant Slayer procs. Those do more damage than any individual skill over the run of the fight. Once we walk up to our big baby dragon here, who, according to one of my clanmates, is pregnant with my baby since I farm her so much, we will see how this goes. It's really dependent on those War Master and Giant Slayer procs and staying alive. You won't always get the, when it does the inhale, you won't always get that down, so you got to be able to deal with being stunned. A lot of the time that stun comes down and Skull Crusher is able to put up his A2, which is a big freaking deal, because being stunned and then getting hit again by the dragon is no fun. I did not get lucky with it that time, but I think everybody's going to be okay. I've got plenty of backup, plenty of support going on here, and so we're just gonna trounce this big old dragon. See if we can get her to puke up an Elhain or something. And moves like that are pretty cool. I don't think my team is so fast that counterattack's gonna drop before the dragon attacks, but maybe they are with the speed buff up. Not a big deal either way. Bad Alcazar could actually solo the dragon once we get to this point. I've seen him do it before. So let's see how things continue here. Got the dragon down to about 75%. And I'm not bragging about the speed of my runs or anything. This is all about getting the dragon down and getting her to pop some decent loot. Part of my tactic here with dragon is that I can do these runs overnight. I don't think Playarium has a problem using an auto clicker, so I mean, even if they did, the whole point of this game is grinding, so I don't feel bad about using one. But from their forums and from Reddit and such, I've seen a lot of posts about people using auto clickers, and nobody's ever said anything negative about it, so I'm not worried about it. Recording this video, though, no point in using an auto clicker because we're going to talk about things and the progression of getting through these waves. I don't think that I have dodged an inhale yet. Sometimes, well, actually, I'd say probably half the time in these runs I'm able to get enough procs to not get stunned. Getting stunned like that does slow down the fight because I'm missing rounds of getting in those War Master and Giant Slayer procs. Now, I was using Kale for a while. His poisons do, the 5% poisons do about 50k a tick, which is pretty awesome. So that's why I was using him, but keeping him alive to get this far was a big problem. So I was looking for a replacement. And as you can see on the far right, Big Pretty there, he's getting his job done and we're getting those attacks in. It looks like until I get him geared and mastered, my runs are going to take about 10 minutes, which is 3 or 4 minutes longer than I'm used to not using him. I'll see if I can troubleshoot why exactly that's happening. Maybe I haven't thought it through clearly enough. But I'm enjoying having everybody alive to get to the dragon and smack on her. I guess maybe I'm missing out from those extra War Master procs that he could be throwing up. Probably give me a couple of minutes off my time at least. My average speed for this team is probably about 170. Everybody's sitting right around there or considerably higher. Reaper's around 240, 250. Shiramani's a little bit behind. Bad L's about sitting around 200. The other two are considerably slower, but in the 170 range. And the reasoning behind that is anybody I use for Clan Boss has to have a minimum of 174 speed. So this was actually almost exactly as long as my last run at 9 minutes 24 seconds. To me, the important thing is getting that dragon down, and that's what I'm managing. So hopefully this video kind of showed you guys how I'm going about it and the thought I put into my particular composition. You may say it required no thought at all, considering Bad L carried me, but I will put together maybe a different video showing a different composition accomplishing the same result. I expect most people, now I know there's the outliers, but I expect most people to pull the legendary or two by the time they're 59 or 60, like well, I'm 59, but 59 or 60. I expect that you'll have at least one or two to lean on, and they do tip the balance of a little bit of progression. At minimum, you know, you may see the videos where people say you don't need epics and they're using rares to accomplish these feats. Well, if you've made it this deep into the game without pulling epics that are going to support you, or without pulling legendaries that are going to support you, then I do genuinely feel for you, but that's not the average expectation. I've leveled a number of accounts to at least 30 or 40. I've always pulled stuff that had good utility and teams that had good composition that involved epics and or legendaries. But it is possible with rares. I've seen the videos. Those guys are really putting in that work to help people out that are on the unfortunate side. I respect that, but this is more of an average expectation for me. So thank you guys for checking out my video. Hopefully you look forward to the next one. I'll see what I can put together for y'all. Comments help, guys. Questions help. I'm not always sure what direction to head in to help out with videos and stuff, and I like to help people out. Give me a chance to do so. I spend a lot of time talking in Channel 9 and Global Chat. You'll see some people on my video comments mention that. I like to help as often as I can. I tease people, I joke around, but I've retained a lot of game knowledge. I know about a lot of heroes. I've done a lot of research, watched a lot of videos, and so I like to share what I've learned to help everybody get to be a better player. There's not a lot of competition in this game. If you guys have specific questions about masteries or how I gear folks, I have no problem sharing that information. Or if you have questions about team compositions or how to make people work together to progress in the game, I'm also happy to help with that. So thank you once again for checking out this video. Hopefully it helps. I'll talk to you guys later.